Hey everyone, Patty Boy here. Welcome back, but you're not at my grill, okay? We are in the Adirondacks at a cabin that's next to the lake. So if you remember the last time that we went to a cabin, we did something kind of rustic, and we went to Black Mishannon State Park, and we did the bags on the grill outside, the foil packs, I mean. Well, we're not going to do something that's quite as rustic, okay? We've got a nice cabin, and there's probably 12 of us staying in the cabin for the weekend. We're just having a nice, relaxing getaway weekend. And so what we did is we pre-made a couple of lasagnas, which we're going to put in the stove, and we'll cook them later tonight for supper. But what I'm going to do on the grill is I'm going to make a little appetizer for us, okay? So you might remember the chimichurri sandwiches that I did, where I took the bread, the ciabatta rolls, and cut it out, put the meat in there. So we're going to do kind of the same thing, but seeing as how we're doing lasagna, we'll keep it Italian style. So I have an Italian loaf of bread, and gonna fill it with the meat that I season just like I would meatballs, and a little sausage. We're gonna grill it, top it with some sauce and some cheese, and then just cut it into little slices for everybody to have a little appetizer before the lasagna. So, saw the beautiful scenery, okay? It's cold, I'm sure you can tell that. I'm squinting, my eyes are, it's the wind's blowing, it's really cold. So, let's get back up to the cabin and get this thing started. All right guys, so we're back up on the porch, got the grill fired up, ready to go. Now I came out here to check everything because, you know, this is a house we've never been to with a grill that I've never used. And this is kind of what I was talking about with grill maintenance and whatnot. I mean, the grill works fine, the burners look good, but obviously this thing hasn't been cleaned in a long time. And they didn't have any tools around here to clean the grates with, and so I had to kind of do some makeshift, you know, pair of tongs for a scraper, a piece of aluminum foil to scrape it down. So I mean, you can see there's just stuff that's burnt right on all of these, and then I know you won't be able to see it in there, but down the bottom is just big puddles of grease that have just baked in. It's not a good situation, but we cleaned it, scraped it, we made do. We'll figure it out. So I told you guys earlier what we're making today. And again, you might remember this from the chimichurri sandwiches we did. This is the same concept, but we're going Italian today. So I've got one side here that's got some ground beef and some sausage, and I spiced the sausage for hot Italian sausage. And then this side here is just ground beef seasoned like I would meatballs. Same thing, cut it out, and I got my compound butter in there. All right, and then that's it. We just take the meat and just finish packing it in. You don't want to get it too thick, because if you get it too thick, when you go to put it on the grill, the bread, you want the bread to char a little bit around the edges, but if you get the meat too thick, the bread will actually get black and burnt before the meat's cooked all the way through. So don't make it too thick. So, same thing. We got this grill cleaned up as best we can. All right. Just take it right straight on, upside down with the meat down there. All right. And then we'll just let it go, come back and check it a couple times. We'll be ready. So what we're going to do after this cooks is we're going to take it off when the meat is cooked. Going to slather a little sauce on there with some mozzarella cheese, and then put it back in here to get everything all hot and melted. All right, so we had a little bit of a mishap. And I wish we would have gotten film to show you just exactly. I just literally a few minutes ago talked to you guys about the importance of cleaning your grill. And because of all of the grease and dirt and grime that they had at the bottom of there, when this dripped hot grease onto that, it started it on fire. Went inside and came out. I was gone for like 30 seconds and this whole thing was just flamed up. So we pulled it all off real quick, and I think we're going to be able to salvage it. But yeah, the importance of keeping your grill clean. So I would have liked to get a picture of it to show you guys, but we were more interested in getting this off and taken care of and getting the fire out. So keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean. Just made it, you know, a little bit of, I talked to you guys a little bit about this grill, and I didn't want you to think that, you know, I'm trashing somebody else's grill. This is a perfectly good grill. You know, it's fairly clean on the outside. It works great. It just needs a little clean on the inside. That's all. Just you grill maintenance. I've talked to you guys about this before. Little grill maintenance. All right, so you can see by our mishap, we got a little bit of crunchies here on the side, but I don't think that this is a lost cause. I still think that this is going to be okay. So we're going to press on. All right, so we got the meat is all cooked. And you can smell that the compound butter that I put down in the bread is so good. There's one thing that we could have added to this I wanted to bring and I forgot, but you get this sauce over top of this meat, and then a little mozz on there, and then a few slices of pepperoni would have been a nice addition to this. But listen, guys, if you guys are doing this at home, whatever your imagination is, okay? Doesn't even have to be Italian. You know, whatever you guys think you want. It's your house, it's your grill. You do what makes you happy. This makes me happy. All right, might as well just use the whole thing. All right, so, and I do have a little bit of finely shredded Parmesan, just for a little extra added flavor. Is just going to add just a little bit right across the top, and that's it. So a whole bunch of mozz, little tiny bit of Parmesan. We're ready to go back on and just get it melted. All right, guys, so this is it. Now we're not going to have to worry about any kind of a flame over now because we don't have the meat dripping down in there. There we go. So in a few minutes, everything will be all melted and ready for service. All right, guys, I think we're done. All right, so because of our mishap, we are a little around the edges. But as you can see, the cheese is starting to melt and the cheese is starting to get a little brown around the edges. So we're done. All right. You know what? I don't know what to tell you. This is real life. This is not a chef or expensive restaurant. Things happen. Okay. So we had a little mishap. We got it under control. Ouch. These are going to taste really good anyway. All right. So there you have it, guys. A little bit of Italian bread. All right, guys, there you have it. From beautiful upstate New York, in the Catskill Mountains, from a cabin by the lake. Italian bread with some Italian flavored meats and cheeses and sauce. And we're gonna cut this up as a little snack. All right, everybody, there you go. From Patty Boy's Grill, from beautiful upstate New York. Some Italian bread with some meats and cheeses on it. You guys are gonna love this. You should try it. So thank you very much for checking us out. And if you wanna see more, please go to Patty Boy's Grill on YouTube. Check us, share us, and hit the subscribe button. Thanks a lot, everybody.